before we tell you more about the prosperity part, I'm here to just give a background on the whole campaign that we recently launched. No? So, next slide, please. Last month, we launched the Money for Life campaign. Some of you may have seen it. Later on, I'll show you more about it. But basically, what is Money for Life? It's not really a product, but it's Sun Life's way of encouraging Filipinos to create a financial plan so they can have money for life. Why did we do this? We did a research a few years ago, last year, where we saw that 9 out of 10 Filipinos always run into financial shortage. In other words, 90% of our kababayans, maybe including some of us, kinakapos ng pera for various needs, whether it be day-to-day expenses, medical expenses, education of their children. And it's such a sad plight. It's a vicious cycle because we're unable to prepare for our financial needs, no? So laging may kakapusan. And that is what led us to launch this campaign because Sun Life, we've been here for 120 years in the Philippines and it saddens us to see that. And we'd really like Filipinos to have money for every need that they may have in life. And that is why we launched the Money for Life campaign. So basically, what the Money for Life framework espouses is that as you go through life, you will have different needs depending on where you are in your life. Kung bagets pa, getting started, syempre, iba yung goals niya, iba yung needs niya, then therefore, they have to have appropriate products for them. And then, of course, when you have young kids, you will have children, iba naman yung priority. So as your needs evolve, Sun Life intends to be there, creating a plan for you so that you will be able to meet every need as you go through life. So, for that campaign, we have, of course, enlisted the help of celebrity brand ambassadors who can help us promote this cause. And of course, we have none other than Ms. Charo Santos. We are very fortunate that she agreed to support us in this cause because Charo has been a client of Sun Life actually since 1992. And now that she's entering a new phase in her life where she's retired already, still she appreciates that Sun Life is still there to help her in this particular life stage where she now is more concerned about leaving a legacy to her children and grandchildren. So her needs have evolved and so has Sun Life evolved in the way that we serve her. So we're very happy to have Charo with us. Then of course, we also have our longtime brand ambassador, Piolo, who represents that particular life stage where he's already thinking and becoming more concerned about his health. In a few years, maybe he should also be preparing for his retirement. So he's also evolved in a sense that from a bachelor, and now he has a young child who is of course sending through college. Then his financial needs have also evolved, and again, Sun Life is there to help him through all those changes. Then we also recently got the support of Ms. Judy Ann Santos, who we thought was a perfect representation of that life stage yung merong young kids. Kasi iba naman ang priorities nila. When you have young kids, the world revolves around your children and all you want is a good education for your children. So Judy Ann Santos has been a client of ensure good education for her 3 children. So again, we're very thankful that Julian is there. Now, of course, we're still looking for that person who will represent the millennials, but we've found him, and later on he'll be here to talk to you more about that. But basically, we also want to target the millennials. Kasi when you say insurance and investments, typically people say, ay, pang matanda lang yan, or pang mayaman lang yan, but we really want to disprove that. We want to start children early, because that's the only way that we can break the vicious cycle of financial burden and dependency if we start young. So, but before that, we wanted to learn more about the millennials. Kamusta ba sila? Diba sabi, medyo complicated ang lifestyle ng millennials. So, we wanted to check that out. So, we took off from a study conducted by Nielsen, and where they talked to 2,500 respondents nationwide on their habits, on their financial priorities and concerns. And then we took off from that study and called out the data they have, particularly on millennials. And what did we find out? So in the next slide, you'll see that 8 of 10 millennials believe that how they spend their time is more important than the money they make. Kasi it's all about nga daw experience. Hindi lang daw money, they want to experience life. But still, 7 of 10 millennials think that money is the best measure of success. So even the millennials plan, not but to allocate their money well so that some part goes to savings. Then, after they've created a spending plan where a part goes to savings, next slide, they also have to build an emergency fund. Kasi if something happens to them, dun sila kinakapos pag may emergency and they're not able to set aside. Yan na yon, utang na yon, kapos na yon, you rely on other people. So we want them to have an emergency fund. And lastly, and also very important, lalo na pag wala pang dependents, is to start growing their money by investing as early as possible. And with that, Sun Life nga is launching this new campaign, Sun Life Prosperity Card, to help with that. So to this end, for this effort, we have engaged, so ito yung mga different dream goals ng millennials, and all of that they can achieve if only they start investing young. And for this effort, we have engaged the help nga of Mateo, who has gamely agreed naman because he also believes in the cause, and later on we can hear more about him, but he completes the lineup of 4 brand ambassadors, each of whom represents the different life stages that every Filipino needs to go through. And sila naman yung epitome talaga ng financial security. Na whatever life stage they're at, lahat sila secure that they can meet all their needs. So before I end my talk, I'd just like to show you the latest TV commercial that we launched last month, which is still airing, which puts together these 4 celebrities to convey that important message of financial security.
Financial security doesn't happen overnight.
Pero lahat ng pinaghihirapan natin, baliwala if we're not in good health.
Our priorities change, kaya dapat mag-set ng goals.
And the earlier we prepare, the better.
At Sun Life, we have plans that fit your financial needs as you go through life, so that in every stage, you'll have money for life. Let us show you how.
Alright, how about a round of applause? That is the latest TV commercial of Sun Life, wherein very well represented talaga ang every life stage as discussed by Miss Mai. And of